You've seen his work on NFL players. You've seen his work on the fences outside Lambeau Field. But what you haven't seen is where it all started. This is a story of Spencer Young, small town artist, national reach, and creative mastermind behind Forever Young Designs. Forever Young Design started in 2014 in an apartment of Shiocton, Wisconsin. No investors, no storefront, just a brush, a vision, and the hustle to build something original. Today, Spencer's work is everywhere. He designs cleats for over 100 NFL players, including custom pieces for the Green Bay Packers. His murals wrap the fences outside Lambeau Field, and just days ago, he completed a massive installation for the NFL Draft. A piece that's more than a backdrop, it's a statement. This isn't about luck. It's about showing up, standing out, and building something no one else can. So here we are with the creative mastermind, Spencer Young of Forever Young Designs. My man, great to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Okay, so I've got a lot of questions, a lot of things that have been rolling around in my head. I'm gonna bombard you for the next 5 minutes. So let's get started. So Forever Young Designs, Forever Young Brands, Forever Young Art. I mean, walk us back to the beginning. How did you get started?
Yeah, so I always had a passion for art. I decided to go to school for it. I went to St. Norbert College and graduated with a graphic design degree. And I worked in the corporate setting for a while. Wasn't my cup of tea, working 100+ hour weeks on top secret projects with Oshkosh Defense. And then I just knew it wasn't something that I wanted to do for the long haul. And I just kind of took a chance on myself. And, I had one opportunity that same week painting a mural, and then a phone call asked me if I wanted to paint the Packers fence. So 10 years later, here we are having this conversation.
So it's a good conversation to have.
No, most definitely.
So for someone who hasn't heard of Forever Young Designs, obviously we've got a lot of art here. Yep. So walk us through all of the different art pieces and styles that you take on.
Yeah, so my philosophy is if I could throw paint on it and it sticks, it's pretty much art for me. So I paint on canvases, I paint on walls, I even paint on football cleats and shoes, like hats, jackets, pretty much everything. And then when it comes to outside of the painting, I also do graphic design. So I'm a freelancer, so I've done a lot of work for Fortune 500 companies, 300 companies, work with a lot of pro athletes and celebrities, and just kind of whatever I can do to get my art out there, I'm gonna seize every moment.
Well, all of us appreciate that. So we got some more to show you though. Let's go take a look. So when did it hit you that you knew that this was more than a hobby, this was more than a passion, that this was something that could become a career that's lifelong?
I think I've always had the intention the moment that I started the business that I was gonna make this work no matter what. Like that was the game plan, that was the mindset. I think if you have the mindset that like you might not make it, you'll never make it, in my opinion. So I always had that confidence to like pursue whatever challenge seemed impossible. So, I mean, there's times where I tell my wife about projects and she's like, are you sure you're gonna be able to pull that off? And
you're like, watch me.
Yeah, and a few months later, I'm like, yeah, remember that combo? Yeah, we're here now. So yeah, even she's been a great support for me, but sometimes she has their doubts. Just work with my family too, so.
I don't doubt it one bit. I don't doubt you one bit. Now, your style in painting is incredibly distinct. So walk us through how you went from graphic design and drawing with your grandpa growing up to this.
Yeah, it's just something that I practiced over the years and was inspired by many, many artists growing up. David Cho, Ralph Steadman, Dr. Seuss, like my grandfather even, those are all like their style kind of meld together to create my style, in my opinion. And I feel like a lot of influence is not just in the arts, but like the community that we have in Green Bay, I paint a lot of stuff for Packer fans and players, and I think Wisconsin, it's just that tradition. That's like what really shows in my artwork.
Absolutely. Yeah. So outside of some of the art pieces in the fence that we're seeing here right now, custom sneakers and custom cleats have been something you've really become known for. Walk us through a few of those projects.
Yeah, so the big one was obviously doing custom cleats for the Packer players this past season. I did over 60 pairs of football cleats for players to rock for whether that was your average Sunday game or My Cause, My Cleats, which was a huge campaign for players representing their charity and wearing them on their feet.
And how many, you did a lot of cleats that week. Like, I need people to realize, how many cleats did you do?
So the plan was to do 17 pairs of cleats originally. Yeah, and then I dropped them off, and I guess everyone was seeing them. They're like, they're so cool. And the equipment staff told me, yeah, can you do about 10 more here in the next few days? I said, let's do it.
Let's make it happen. And your cleats aren't just being able to be seen inside Lambeau Field. You've got projects elsewhere outside of Northeast Wisconsin. What are a few of those? Yeah,
so I've done work for the #1 high school player in the country, Bryce Underwood. He wore his cleats, custom cleats, in pregame warm-ups and stuff, and some other college players that have huge NIL deals.
Yeah.
And then Major League Baseball just now with the Tampa Bay Rays, Ryan Pepiot, he's a pitcher, and he's getting some custom cleats done this season. So I'm pretty excited to like not only step away, but I'm not going to step away from football, but like go into the baseball section of things.
There's so many more people that can receive your art and wear them on a regular basis. So we're standing behind one of them right now, one of your murals. Let's go take a peek. Why don't you walk us through that?
Awesome. Let's go.
Sounds good. All right, so here we are outside of one of the fences that you have painted more than one season. So walk all of us through, how do you get inspired to put what you do on the fence?
Yeah, so each season is always different. There's always outside factors and reasons on why we pick a certain theme, whether that's a new player signing, player the previous year having a big year. You know, we like to highlight those big moments on the fence. So with that being said, it's usually something we plan like a couple weeks before the first home opener. And then we kind of finalize everything that last week. And then yeah, the day before the first home opener, we get this all painted in one day. So
what was that like the first time that you were asked to paint the fence? You showed up here. What was going through your head?
It was funny. So like, I don't know if it's appropriate to say, but it was the day before my wife's 21st birthday. And she had...
There's nothing more Wisconsin than that.
No, I was a DD. I said, I got to paint tomorrow, so I'll drive you around wherever you need. So my mom ended up giving her the last 3 shots that kind of put her in, and I had to carry her upstairs and throw her on the bed. I said, well, hey, I got to go to Lambeau. So I drove to Lambeau and painted the fence, and she was out here at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon with a hangover. But I mean, it's my first year painting a fence, and that's forever going to be a core memory for me.
Absolutely. I love that.
I could go in more detail with it, but it was like... Oh.
So, now that we're out here, what's next for Forever Young Designs?
Really don't know. All I know is whatever opportunity comes my way, I'm just going to say yes to it. So
that's a good attitude to have. And for those watching, where can people find you online or on socials?
Yeah, Forever Young Designs is my website. Most of my social media handles. My name's Spencer Young. So if you type my name on Google, chances are you're going to find anything affiliated with my business with that. So
absolutely. Well, hey man, I appreciate you as always.
I appreciate you, dude. Wouldn't be in this situation without you. So
stop it.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Stop. Spencer didn't wait for opportunity, he created it. With consistency, with craft, with a message behind every cleat and every color. If you're building anything, this is the model. Be original, be relentless, and never be afraid to make something no one's seen before. I'm Alex Young of the Bowtie Group. Subscribe to the channel to hear about more unforgettable stories like Spencer's, all your real estate insights, and to meet the unforgettable faces and places of Northeast Wisconsin. Catch you in the next video.